Hi guys, you know what day is today? I don't have to introduce you. Today is probably, you already know, one of the most important day in the history of traders and investors. It's the earning release today. It's the earning release of Microsoft and Alphabet, another word, Google. Now, you know, as a traders, if you know the strategy, you can make a lot of money during this earning release. For those who are new, let me just explain. Earning release is where every 3 months, any public companies has to release their financial statements. They have to release how much money they make, the revenue and stuff like that. And that is the key determining factor of where the stock is going to go. You already know. Yep. The key factor is not the technical analysis. Let's pretend you have a lot of support line, and you have a lot of investment indicators, you have a lot of pivot point, you have a lot of EMA line. These are all technical analysis. If the company is going bankrupt, all of your technical analysis is going to go broke. All of your technical analysis will not work. So the key factor to drive an economy, to know whether the stock is going to go up or down, is to know whether the company is going to make money or not. And that's literally what we're going to do today. I'm actually going to be sharing you, I'm so excited, I'm going to be sharing you the strategy that made me where I no longer have to waking up worry about whether I need another job. I no longer have to worry about whether I'm going to get to the tube, get to the station, get to the bus, I have to go for work. I no longer have to worry about how am I going to put food on a table for tomorrow. I'm about to review you the strategy where if you learn it, you can call yourself a master trader. You can call yourself a lifestyle, financial independence, a trader where you no longer have to worry about how you're going to put food on the table. I'm so excited to share with you this strategy right now. And I'm going to teach you in a thorough way. I have been trading for 10 years. Yes, I spent my first 6-7 years nailing this strategy, figuring out this strategy. And I don't think anyone in the world actually going to teach you this strategy, such a thorough way of what I did. I don't say in terms of competition, I say in terms of caring. I care for you. I want to learn, I want to help you to learn thorough. But so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do analysis on the company today, and then that's what can happen. We're going to do it live. We're going to do it right now. We don't know whether later on there's going to be earning release coming on, earning reports for Microsoft, and Alphabet is going to come on later on. We don't know what's going to do, but let's go on our laptop just right there and do the analysis right now. And I'm going to teach you the strategy, and I want you to pretend you are predicting, you are doing the strategy, and why don't you tell me what is our final conclusion is? And let's see if you're going to make money or not. That's what we do for our mentorship students in our one-to-one session. But I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to do you for free at the moment. Let's have a look. So I'm in the kitchen right now. So I categorize this into a 3-step approach. You might want to use a pen and paper right now. A 3-step approach. The first step, actually, for all of them you want to understand, this is a key word you should have in your brain. Is there a room for improvement? This is it. You want to write it down. Is there a room for improvement? Or what do you mean? I'm going to explain. But this is the constant mindset you need to have. So the 3-step approach is, first, you want to be looking at the trend of the earning release. Yes, you want to drag it back to 2 years' time. Look at the trend of earning release. Look at the exact time last year. Now it's October. Last year, October. What is happening? Because companies has a certain pattern. Yeah, so they tend to repeat the same thing in a seasonal way. First step, look at the earning release trend. Okay, in October time, what do they normally do? Do they make more money during earning release? Do they make less money during earning release? If you are Amazon, if you are during October time coming up to Christmas, you probably expect to make a lot of money. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's a season going on. Winter time, you probably spend more money on gas, on electricity, because of heating. Do you understand what I'm saying? Seasonal. Second, so first one, you need to write it down. Earning release trend. Okay? Seasonal. Second, you want to look at the analyst consensus forecast. I repeat, analyst consensus forecast. Just write it down first. And number 3, you want to understand the business KPI by reading their earning transcript on their website. It's free. But I'm going to go through the step 1 right now. Normally I do this in a one-to-one session, but I'm going to make it so simple for you to understand. Let's look at step 1. Look at the earning release trend. Let's have a look. I'm about to give you a metaphor. Let's pretend you have a spouse who you're about to get married right now. And the spouse said, you know what, honey, I'm gonna get you £5 million in 5 years' time. I'm gonna be giving you 5 diamond rings in 5 years' time. That's what he said. That's what is estimated. That's what is forecast. Yeah. But when you add, this is what analysts will do as well. Before the actual release of the financial data, people will have the forecast number. So when you actually get to 5 years later, suddenly if you only get 4 diamond ring, you'll be quite disappointed because he promised 5, and the stock will go down because you're disappointed. Just pretend. If before marriage, he said, you know what, honey, we're gonna be so broke. But in 5 years later, suddenly you got £4 million, you got 4 diamond rings. You're going to be so happy, and the stock went up massively. So the constant questions that you need to have when you're using this strategy is there a realistic room for improvement between the actual data and the forecast? How do you know? You need to make sure they don't forecast too much. You need to make sure the previous trend, he's been keeping his promise consistently. So let's look at the data right now. It's exactly what we meant. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Google. Okay, you can get this on the investing.com website. Write it down. Investing.com website on the earnings section. Now let's have a look. Obviously, this is what we want. October 24th. We do not know. At 9 o'clock, we're going to know. But now is around 8 o'clock. We do not know what it's going to do. Later on, we do not know. But let's analyze it. Let's analyze. Look, previous data is 70. So forecast, this is what analyst forecast is. This is what the actual number is going to happen. Okay? Actual is actual earning release. What is actually going to happen. This is just people are estimating. But let's have a look at the moment. Look at this. 72. Last time, let's look at the trend for a second. 72, this is the revenue. Is it 72, 68, 69, 70, 76, 78, 72, 75, 84? Can you, I just want you to understand the trend. So 72, going down, going up 69, going up 70, going up 76, 78, 72, 75, 84. So, would it be easy for Google to achieve from 72 to 75? Is there a huge room for improvement? Would it be easy for them to achieve 75? That's the question you need to have. Why? Because if they achieve more than this revenue, the stock is going to go up massively. If they achieve less than this revenue, the stock is going to go down massively. Yeah? So because this is the forecast. So the question you need to ask yourself is, last quarter in July, they have 72 billion revenue. The next quarter, are they going to achieve 75 billion? Okay, how do I know that? Look at that. Before 68 to 72, they jump from 69 to 74 for Google. That's okay. There's how many percent? This is like quite a little bit. And then now 76 to 69, they decrease 76 to 69. But remember, we want to look at the previous quarter. We want to look at the same date. October 24th, 2023. Let's look at last time, which is around here. October. Oop, what happened to my screen? Zoom in. Yeah. You can see last time, we jumped from 69, and then they're predicting to be 70. So it's only 1 billion kind of increase. And last time it's only 1 billion. And suddenly this time, there are 3 billion increase in revenue. That is quite weird. This is quite ambitious. So straight away, you already know just on step 1, because last time, we only increased by 1 billion and we didn't even hit it because it's red in color. This time, it might be quite difficult for you to hit it. So for that reason, we are thinking that because they are already estimated to it to be so high, the room for improvement for Google is going to be significantly less. So don't expect Google to go up too much because they already price in. They already expect Google to do really, really well. Price in already. They expect Google to do really, really well already. So in trading and investing, in order to make money, we like surprises. We like something that we don't expect. If you already expect things to do well, investor already taken them into consideration. That's step 1. Let's look at more though. Let's look at more examples, see if I can find it. So now this is the second company right now. I want to ask you the same question and I want you to predict whether the price is going to go up or down just by looking at this. Horizon right now, this is October. They also have an earning release today. Last time, they're expecting it to be 33.35. This time, they expect revenue to be lower. To be what? 33.29B, to be a little bit lower. So the question for you to ask is, are they going to hit the target a lot easier? Is there going to be huge room for improvement? Remember, if the actual is a lot better than this data, the stock is going to go up massively. If the actual is worse than 33.29 billion, the stock is going to come down massively. So how do we know? You can use previous trend as an example. Look at this. Last year, same thing, July and October, we have 33.74. They expect it to make a little bit more money, and the result was really, really far greater than this. Because of that, the stock went up. So because last time, in October time, this actually improves, the value improves, the revenue improves. So we are saying that this time, it should improve as well. So what do you think it's going to be? Do you think the stock is going to have a huge room for improvement to hit the revenue, or less room for improvement? If your result is okay, chances are they are going to do better than the forecast. If you say that, you are right. You are right. And you actually make 10% of your money on this Verizon. This Verizon, it happened a few hours ago. We didn't do it, but it went up massively as well, the stock price. This is for Verizon, okay? So we have done the first one, Google. We don't think there's a huge room for improvement because the forecast level is quite high. So we're thinking that it's going to be quite low on this. So as a result, we think based on step 1, Google is going to come down just because of the room for improvement is very low. Let's look at the second one. I want you to tell me, I don't know whether it's right or wrong, but I want you to tell me Microsoft. Let's look. So this is Microsoft. You can see here, Microsoft. The question that we have right now is, this is October. We are waiting for this result to come out later at 9 o'clock UK time. The question we have here is there a huge room for improvement? Let's have a look. Last time, let's start from last time first. Last time, we used to be in July and October. We are predicting things to be 52. It becomes 49. And then they expect it to be 3 billion lower. And you already know there's huge room for improvement. So all the values are green. So you should expect the stock price to go up massively here. Yeah, this is really, really easy to predict because they expect revenue to be lower. So if actual revenue is more than the forecast, the stock will just go up massively. What about right now? Right now, the previous quarter is 54.44. They're expecting it to be 54.53. My question to you is, do you think there's a huge room for improvement or there's no room for improvement? If you say there's a huge room for improvement, you are right. And because there's a huge room for improvement means the actual data, there's a huge room for improvement for the forecast, you should expect the stock from Microsoft to go up or down. Let me know. Let me know. Do you think the stock is this going to go up or down? If you say it's going to go up, you are absolutely right. That's what I think as well. But we never know whether it's going to go up or down, but this is what happened using our analysis. Step 1. So I just want to repeat again, what is step 1 strategy? Step 1 strategy is very simple. We basically just to look at the room for improvement based on previous trend. Previous trend 69, this is Google, 69 to 70. And then this time they increased 3 billion more. So it's very difficult to achieve 3 billion more in revenue. And they already have too much expectation of the revenue. Because of that, the actual result should be lower. Because they already price in, they already expect too much. But for Microsoft, you can see Microsoft is here. They are not expecting so much. If anything, they are expecting the revenue to lose. They are expecting revenue to go down. Because of that, there's a huge room for improvement of this. So the price of Microsoft should go up, Google should come down. But this is just the first step. We have another 2 steps. Let's look at the second step. You got it. So step 1, look at the earning release trend. Is there a huge room for improvement? Are they expecting them to make a lot of money this quarter, the next quarter? If they already expect them to make money, to make a lot of money the next quarter, it's already priced in. So the stock would have went up massively already. So there's no much surprises. But if they expect the company to lose money, to do really bad, then if they make money, the stock is going to go up massively. That's step 1. Let's look at step 2 right now. So I'm going to explain to you step 2 right now. Step 2 is going to be analyst forecast. Analysts. So the analysts, the people who works in Citibank, works in HSBC, Barclays, any kind of company, a Bank of America, they will predict whether they should buy, sell, or hold. They have these predictions as well. Yeah. Now, it's the same thing. The question you need to ask yourself is there a huge room for improvement? If all the analysts in the world already say buy, there's no more room for improvement. The next quarter, everyone is already saying buy. There's no more room for improvement. If I have 10 Ferrari in the world, you already bought all 10 of them. There's no room for improvement. However, if out of these 20 analysts, only 2 is saying buy, the rest is saying sell, the rest is saying hold, there's a massive room for improvement. So this is the second step right now. We look at analyst forecast. The website is MarketBeats. This is Google. You look at Google, analyst is already saying strong buy. Last time 13, right now 11. There's no hold. No one is selling. No analyst is asking us to hold. No analyst is asking us to sell. Everyone just asks us to buy. So we already maxed out. Because of that, Google are not likely to go up in prices because everyone already forecasts. All the 11 Ferrari in the world are all bought, basically. So because of that, Google should come down. We never know. We're going to look at the result later, but we're going to click the button together with our mentorship students as well. Now, let's look at Microsoft. This is second step, Microsoft. If you look at Microsoft right now, we have 5 people. Oops. Last time, a month ago, we have 4 people to say hold. Right now, we have 5 people who are saying hold. Don't buy Microsoft. Hold. So, the question is there a huge room for improvement on this? Yes. Why? Because there are 5 people that who still hold yet. If these 5 people all become buy, the stock would have gone up massively. So because of that, because there's a huge room for improvement for that, as a result, we think Microsoft is going to go up in price. What about Verizon? You can see Verizon Communication, yeah? If you check their stock price, type the name, you can see what happened. Let me ask you the question. Is there a huge room for improvement? Yes or no? Just type, just say it to yourself. If you get it right, then celebrate. I'm going to give you a few minutes. Just look at it. Is there a huge room for improvement? Yeah. The answer is because there are 7 people saying it's hold. So there are still people. Just imagine 7 Ferrari hasn't bought yet. So we still can buy the Ferrari. So So 7 people saying hold your gun, don't buy Verizon. So if these 7 people is all changing and say, you know what, time to buy, the stock is going to go up massively. So because there's a huge room for improvement, we always ask about huge room for improvement. Because 7 people left to improve, we say buy Verizon on the 24th of October. So if you've done it, the stock price should go up massively. You can Google yourself. I'm gonna show you that. But congratulations, you got it. Can you see how I like to teach you thorough? Where I wish someone could have taught me that way. I'm teaching you in a way where I wish someone could have taught me. Give me this theory, practically show me how to do it, and then go to your laptop and do it. That's what we do with our students on a one-to-one session. Now, let's recap everything. First step, how do I know whether earnings is going to be good or not? Look at go to investing.com, look at the trend for the earning release and ask yourself, is there a huge room for improvement? Are they expecting the company this next quarter to make a lot of money or not so much money? If not so much money, then there's a huge room for improvement. The stock, there's a room for the stock to grow, to go up. The reason why Nvidia is able to grow so massively, because we didn't expect AI to come. And when AI comes, it just spike up. So always ask yourself, is there a huge room for improvement? Second, you go to look at the analyst recommendation. Are they all already buy? Are they all saying buy? If all saying buy, there's no more room for improvement. If there's still half saying buy, half saying hold, half saying sell, there's still room for improvement. You understand what I'm saying? Now let's talk about the third step. I don't have time to talk about the third step in our one-to-one session. If you're our mentorship students, you should know. The third step is look at the business KPI to ask yourself, are they going to do well for this particular segment? Are they going to do well on their business KPI? Business KPI means key business metrics. Yeah. So you can look at that by looking at their earning transcript. It's available in public. You just go to type the company that you want, Google earning transcript, Microsoft earning transcript, Verizon earning transcript, Coca-Cola earning transcript. And you read it a lot. You read it like in the past 3 years and you come up with a conclusion. Okay? Now, because of that, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do 2 things today. We're going to buy Microsoft and sell Google. Why sell Google? Because they're expecting Google. Because actually, let's go to our laptop. Laptop is just here. So why sell Google? Because Google, they're expecting the revenue to increase too big. And everyone is already saying buy on here. Why buy Microsoft? Because there's still hold on Microsoft on the step 2. Oops. And then they're actually expecting Microsoft to lose money. So there's huge room for improvement on that. So let's go to our laptop and place a trade right now. So now using our strategy we talked about just now on Google, which is Alphabet, on the hourly chart, we are looking to short Google right now. So using a powerful step-by-step process, we're going to go on there right now. We click order, we click sell. We're going to place the deal right now. So we have placed a deal on Google right now. We are down just around 600, 700 right now, just like that. Hoping that this is going to come down using our 8-step powerful process. If you're on the mentorship training, the proper level 1, you should get these alerts as well. You can see this is moving right there. And we're looking to close the trade in probably around 20 minutes from now. Let's see. We are there at the moment. What we're going to look at right now, we're going to look at Microsoft using our 8-step powerful process as well. We talk about Microsoft on the small minute chart. We are thinking that Microsoft is going to go up really nicely from here using our 8-step powerful process. So what we're going to do, we're going to do it right now. We're going to click buy and we're going to place a deal right now. So the deal for Microsoft is now placed. We are down around £400 straight away, which is okay. This is what it's supposed to be. We are thinking that Microsoft is going to go up nicely from here. And we are looking to close the trade really soon. If you're on the mentorship training, you should get this alert as well. So we place all of the trades right now in a couple of minutes time, just waiting for it. There's a football going on, so we're just watching with our friends and family right now. So the trades that we placed just now, we never know whether we're going to get it right. We never know whether we're going to get it wrong. But, you know, life is full of uncertainty. Life is about taking a leap of faith. So let's see what happened to the result. But if you're using the right strategy, if you do it 10 times, you should get it more times right than wrong and make more money than lose. So let's have a look. Finger crossed. We talk about Microsoft just now. The trade has now released. We bought it just right here. Incredible. Zoom in. You can see the circle. That's where we bought before the spike up. And Microsoft has spiked up massively like that. So we are up roughly around 50. Let's look. 25 plus 27. Around £50,000 there. On Microsoft, I'm looking to close the trade right now on Microsoft. Just a little bit more. And then we're looking to close the trade right now, Microsoft. You have the mentorship students, you should make these big profits as well. So how am I going to close the trade on Microsoft? The way that I'm going to close the trade on Microsoft is I'm going to click on this, click on that, and then click close, making sure that the money goes to our bank. So just click on that. And I'm just going to make it, zoom in. Just make sure you are zooming in so you can see. Close that. And then the next one, also this for Microsoft. And then we close that as well. So we have done the Microsoft. We look at our history right now. You can look at our history. Microsoft just right here. Today's date, end of October. We're up around £56,000. Remember, we still have one more, which is Alphabet. Let's look at Alphabet right now. Alphabet as well. We also use our 8-step powerful trading strategy. That no one's going to teach you this. The earning release strategy. Here, can you see the circle just right here? Where we short Microsoft, Google. Can you see? This says Google here. Alphabet is Google. So we short this just right here using our 8-step powerful process. Alphabet went down really nicely and massively. And we are up just around, this is not too much, but it's very similar because those are very similar company. We're up around 43,044. I'm going to click close now. I'm going to click close now, 45, making sure the money goes to our bank. So if I go to history, you will see two of the companies we talked about just now. This is Alphabet and Microsoft because today is earning release. And we are up just around £100,000. And this is not a lot because I was expecting a lot more, especially this is very big companies. But maybe next week is going to be more. But as we said, this earning release powerful strategy comes out every quarter, every 3 months. A lot of our mentorship students on the proper level is also screaming profits. A lot of you already start celebrating. I'm very, very happy for you. So we just finished trading on our laptop and some people will be like, oh, Raven, it's easy for you because you just make £100,000. And £100,000 for me right now is not a lot. It's like me, some of my charities here, me helping to build some schools, me helping to feed some kids, me help to do some of the charity, my editor probably going to put it here. If I were to think back to 10 years ago, then it will be huge because compared to 10 years ago, my life right now is barely recognizable. Compared to 10 years ago, because a lot of you know about my story where 10 years ago, we were just for 6 days a week, we were just eating weenies and beanies. My family doesn't come from money. If anything, there was a time in my life that a lot of you know where our heart will just pump fast because we don't know how we're going to pay for the bill. We have piles of debts in our family. And a lot of you know about my story where I decide to study really hard. Where growing up, seeing how my mom and dad always argue about money, it gives me the motivation. It gives me the drive to kind of do something different for my family. I remember I asked my mom one day, Mom, if I want to become rich, what can I do? And my mom said, Raven, if you want to become rich, you either gonna become an Asian engineer or an Asian doctor. None of these two careers really fulfill me. But nevertheless, I study hard and I get to a good uni in London. I study in Imperial College London. But I actually got a biology degree. I realized that not many people know about that. I got a biology degree. I didn't get a mathematics degree. I didn't get an economic degrees. I got a biology degree because I love animals. You know, lots of pets. I love animals. So I thought I'm going to study a lot of animals. Having graduated, I'm not so sure if you can relate to me, who here, and I was stuck in a never really ending loophole where, you know, I go to work, I swap my time for money. I'm not so sure if you can relate to me. And then once I got the money, I sacrificed my lifestyle. I sacrificed my health. I sacrificed things that is important to me. I remember coming back from work. You know, there was a time I worked 50 hours a week. I have to work on the weekend. I sometimes sleep in the office. Coming back 7 o'clock at night, I was exhausted. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. All I want is to go home and just rest. I'd have no time. I have no quality time to spend time with people I care about. I don't even have time for myself. I was just in a state of depressed, in the state of sadness, in the state of insecurity, in the state of, am I made for this? Is this what life is all about? Me just swapping time for money, working for so hard. And I didn't realize that I was living in a state of complacency. I didn't realize that until a lot of you know about the story where there's one very important family members of mine where I didn't get to see her. You know, she treated me like her very own son. She gave me things my own mother couldn't give. She's like my comfort. She's my safety net. She's my childhood. When I was younger, she gave me things where my own parents couldn't give. And I remember she kept asking me to go back to see her. And I keep procrastinating. I say no, I say no, I say next time. And the truth is I can't afford to take time off work. I can't afford to go back and see her. There's always these financial worries at the back of my mind. And one day, a lot of you know about my story where I was working at night. And suddenly I look at my phone and my mom was calling me. And it's my mom. And I pick up the phone. I say, Mom, what's going on? And my mom sounds weird. My mom sounds like she's been through a lot. I say, my mom said, Raven, your aunt just died. Sorry. At that moment, I felt that my stomach was being squeezed, that I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was being stabbed many times. I felt the oxygen in my throat left me. I felt like my stomach was being turned. And I always get emotional saying this. And some people say, David, how did you always, how do you always get emotional? Did you fabricate the tears? And I say, no, because I'm a family guy. I'm a relationship guy. And family meant a lot to me. You know, humanity means a lot to me. And I know, and I just feel it again. And I can tell you right now, up to today, I've never felt the level of pain in my entire life. I'm not so sure if you can relate to me where one of your really dearest family members of yours just gone like that. And there's just so much I should have, I would have, I could have. And at that moment, I thought to myself, I say, Raven, do I see myself giving the best part of my life, giving away to somebody else? Do I see myself doing the same thing like that for the next 10 years? I say no. I couldn't do it. And at that moment, what shifted for me was I was willing to completely die to any forms of me that I've been in order to give birth to the man that I'm becoming. Because I don't know what is rock bottom, but at that moment, I felt that I had nowhere to go. That was my version of rock bottom. I thought to myself, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. I started to do a lot of research. I started to realize that a lot of rich people, a lot of really successful people, like at that time, the successful people is like Mark Zuckerberg, is like Jeff Bezos, is like Warren Buffett. And I really look into how they get into become successful. And I realized that a lot of them got successful because they own stock. They own some financial assets. And I say to myself, and I also watched the movie Wolf of Wall Street. I always wanted to get into trading and investing. So one day I got into trading and investing. And do you know that statistically that 95% of the traders and investors lose money? Yeah, 95% of them lose money. So where's the huge money going into? So the huge money going into the 5% who know what they're doing. So when I know about the statistics, I got excited because I thought to myself, if I just can get to the 5%, there's a lot of money coming into my way. So what do these 95% of the traders do? When I first started, I used this 95% of the traders' average investors approach, which is I read a couple of books, I read some free things online, watch some free videos online, I attend some normal 3-day, 4-day session, I attend again and again repeatedly because they keep having this refresher, they keep having this theoretical training, and I don't have anyone to watch me trade. I don't have any proper one-to-one practical session where they say, you know what, watch me trade and basically I trade and someone is watching me trade. I don't have any of those practical session. A lot of session I've got is very theoretical. So what I do, I put a lot of money into the stock market. I put a lot of money into the financial market. And what happened? I lost a lot of money pretty fast. When I first started, I lost £20,000. And at the time, I was so embarrassed to say. I don't even want to say to my parents. I don't even want to say to anybody because I was so embarrassed of that. And at the moment, I decided that I wanted to become an outstanding investor. First of all, I read over 300 books on trading and investing. Short-term, long-term, medium-term, you name it, I've been there. And then I started to go on over 70 investment courses all around the world. You name it, I've been there. At that time, I don't have much money, so I was actually paying a lot of this money on my credit cards. I was getting some loans and I'm borrowing from other people because I thought to myself, this is an investment in myself. It's going to pay me many, many times. I really started to get results once I started to persuade some of the greatest living investors around the world, and I got them to mentor me one-to-one. And I learned from literally some of the best traders and investors around the world to mentor me one-to-one. Once I got the one-to-one session, my results started to skyrocket. Because in the one-to-one session, I want to stress this one-to-one. Their one-to-one session is where they let me see them trade live, and I get to trade live, and they get to see me trading live. They show me the exact strategies. Because a lot of the times, things are very theoretical. But if you get to see things practically, exactly what is happening, like if you were driving a helicopter, if you were driving a car, you want to see someone driving that car. Rather than one-to-one of talking, you want to see someone doing things. So once I had a lot of that sessions, they pinpoint my blind spots. They tell me what I've done right. They tell me what I've done wrongly. A few years later, I came back to the UK and I applied everything that I've learned. I become a multi-millionaire. A lot of you know about my stories. Some people started to ask, oh, how do you get good at trading? And I started to teach my friends. And I started to help a lot of my friends because I came from a very broken family background. A lot of you know. And started to help a lot of my friends. I started to get a lot of this satisfaction. I started to get this satisfaction that I've never gotten before. And I thought to myself, I started to get this satisfaction, and I say, wow, this feels good. I don't know what feeling is that. I can't describe it, but it felt so fulfilled. A lot of you know my life mission. My life mission is during my deathbed. I'm not so sure about you. Is to have more people loving me than before they met me. That's my life mission. I don't know about you. This is what I do today. So I just want to tell you something. I am no different than you. I am just a normal human being. Not only I came from a background, I came from a background of broke. I came from a background where I don't believe in myself. There was a time in my life where my high school teacher said, Raven, you are probably the weakest student I've seen in my entire life. And she recommended me to get a job picking trash. Can you believe that? Not so sure if you can relate to me. That's my high school teacher. There was also a time in my life where I don't believe in myself. I don't believe because of my skin color, because of the way I speak, because of my eye. I have a sense of insecurity growing up. Growing up with majority of my life suffering depression. Growing up, I have this sense of not being good enough. Also, studying from biology, I'm not so sure if you can relate to me. I don't think I can master trading. I think this is like a whole new language to me. Never in a million years. I thought I'd never be able to make it. What's the reason between you and somebody else living the dream life that you want? I will say just one thing. Because they are willing to take action. Because I am willing to take action. Despite having a very negative surrounding. Despite no one believes in me. I don't even believe in myself that I can do it. I don't believe in myself. Despite a lot of people thought, oh Raven, how do you get rid of the fear? I didn't get rid of the fear. You guys know about my story. What I did was I hold fear on one hand and I hold the willingness. I hold that I need to change, the passion to change. I've got to change on another hand, and I take massive action. The antidote to despair is taking action. The secret, the prescription to radical success is also taking action. Taking action what? Taking action despite you are feeling fear. Taking action despite you don't believe in it. Taking action despite no one believes in you. Taking action despite you are fearful. Despite you know that you fear what's going to happen. You know what if. Because at that moment, all I'm thinking is, do I see myself doing kind of the same thing and no change for the rest of my life? Am I going to live life not fulfilling my potential? Am I going to live life till 65, 70, 80? Just kind of doing the same thing, not growing, not taking massive action. Living life playing small. Living life trying to please other people. Living life trying to ask for permission rather than giving notices. And I want to tell you right now, remember, your past doesn't determine your future. For so long, we always think our past, I'm not good enough. For so long, I have this limiting belief in me. I thought I'm not good enough. I thought I couldn't do it. I thought this is too good. There's so much limiting, but there's so much analysis paralysis at that moment in the past. But remember, your past doesn't determine your future if you don't let it to be. Remember, you have the power. The pen is in you. I said that before. You are an autobiographer. You are the author of your own book. You get to design. You have the power to design whatever you want to do in your life. It just depends whether you think you can do it or you think you can't do it. And the truth is you are both right, whether you think you can or you can't. I just want to, in closing, I just want to tell you right now, I'm no special. I'm not a genius. I'm no special. If I can do it, you can as well. I believe in you more than you believe in yourself. You can do it. All you need is someone to handhold you. All you need is someone to show you how. I'm no different than you. One thing that is different in me though, is that I'm willing to get outside of my comfort zone. I'm willing because I know in order to get the things that I never get before, in order to live life that my generation, my family has never lived before, I've got to do something different. In closing, Albert Einstein said, why are you trying to do the same thing? And trying to expect next year, 2024 is coming. I'm trying to have a different year next year. Trying different Christmas next year if you keep doing the same thing. Being stuck in your rat race, being stuck in a job, no matter how much you get paid, no matter how much pay rise you get, 10%, 20%, 30%, it's not going to transform your life massively. It's just not. Why? This is a whole another topic. The system, the school system, the matrix is designed to keep you J-O-B, just over broke because of the tax system, how it's supposed to be. So you got in the book of Rich Dad Poor Dad, the fourth quadrant, the poorest one is normally the employee. The second one is self-employed, business owner, third quadrant. The richest one, the one who really get out of the matrix, is the investor, is the trader, the Rich Dad Poor Dad. One of the, you heard about that book, one of the most successful book, produced the most successful people. Fourth quadrant, you need to become an investor and trader. In closing, I wanted to tell you something. I might not make this video again. Why? Because I'm going to be focusing on right now, to focus all my energy to help the mentorship students. So we've got 3 more slots left. Closing this week by the end of this month. 3 more students. We're going to help, I'm personally and the team is going to help 3 more students to make 2024 their best year yet. Remember, New Year resolution doesn't come later. It starts now. Christmas is coming. It's just going to pass by just like that. 2024 is going to come like that. January come. January is going to pass on. February is going to come. Life come on, pass on really quickly. We got to do something different real fast. If you want to be part of the 3 students to make more money from trading than your full-time job, use the link down below to book a call. Remember, I challenge you. I challenge you. Why am I different? Because I'm just a normal human being. I'm no different than you. I'm the same shoes as you, but I'm just a normal human being who chooses my every single day to take just one extraordinary decision. And for a lot of my students, I'm very, very grateful. The one extraordinary decision is that they book a call or they just do something different. I challenge you just to do one extraordinary decision. It can be anything if you want to get something you never got before.